my wiring specialist, my wiring guy, Junior from JR Wiring on the phone. I know absolutely nothing about wiring, and with his help, and someone let me borrow a voltage meter or whatnot, whatever that thing's called, and we were checking wire after wire, and we determined the cause of all of our problems this whole weekend, what happened last night. We're racing today. We made a class, not the fast class, but we made a class, and we get to compete today, so I'm excited about that. Let's make the best of our time here, guys. Alright, family, so we're in the lanes, round 1 of eliminations in the Street Car Champ class. Like I said earlier, this is the 3rd fastest group out of 4. Or I can say the 2nd slowest group. Sounds more like it. We're going up against this black Mustang that's over here. You can't see him quite yet, but he's back here. There's a 806 breakout in this class. I cannot run faster than 8.06 or I eliminate myself. So I gotta make sure I beat him to the finish, but don't go faster than 806. The reason, if you guys are newer to, I guess, drag racing, or you have questions on that, the reason for that is they don't want cars to come out here and turn the power way down, qualify with the slower group, and then turn the power back way up and run a low 7-second run and just eliminate all the slower guys. That wouldn't be fair. Although our car can go 750 or better, hopefully, that's not why we ended up in this group. We've been fighting issues all week, so we ended up in this class. And per class rules, to be fair, this whole group of 16 cars, no one can go faster than 2/10 faster than the fastest qualifier in this class, which had gone in 826. So we all have to go 806 and slower. But everyone in this group, all 16 cars, qualified from an 8.2 to an 8.4. So all 4 cars or all 16 cars are extremely close to one another. So it'll make for good racing. It'll make for good competition. It'll give me time to practice with the trans brake, bump box, the TH400, get more seat time in with this new setup. This is the car we're going up against now. So it'll give us more time to do all of this. However, I'm convinced now that the pump's gonna flow accordingly. I'm convinced all of those problems are behind us. The problem now is I have one big Weldon pump underneath the car taken from a fuel surge tank. That big pump can empty the surge tank faster than my Wabro 450 pump can fill it. So I may still run out of fuel. If I do, it's not a fuel pump problem, it's not. The way I used to bypass this before is I would use my voltage regulator, bring the power down to not consume a lot and only turn it up right before I raced. But the permanent fix. You want to video it all? Sure, you can video the car. I'll video it. Sure. The fix for this, guys, would be to run the fuel return back from the rail straight to the surge tank. That way the little Wabro's filling the surge tank and the return is filling it. If we did that, problem solved. So if we can get past this round, maybe I'll look into doing that for the next round. Sam, I found the problem. What's that? So last night I put a new pump in here. Yeah. We were at the starting line and the car turned off at the starting line. And I don't think the pins in the connector were adequate. The pins, instead of plugging like this, it was literally like barely even touching. For the fuel pressure? Yeah, for the fuel pump underneath. So all the banging and popping maybe made them lose contact and I lost the pump. But what I've been fighting the whole week is my voltage regulator hasn't been sending proper voltage to the pump. So I fixed that, but now I still got a problem. The Weldon pump can empty that surge tank faster than my Wabro pump can fill it. So I'm over here cycling the key to make sure just the Wabro turns on with the fuse off for the Weldon. So I can make sure the surge is filled before each run. But if after this round, if I can get some hose or somehow make the fuel return from the engine also go to the surge, that would never run empty. Right. I would love to do that for the next rounds if I can somehow find fittings. Right now, I know. I'm glad you found some. Alright, so we're just gonna make sure everything's A-okay before we get back to it. Yeah? Alright, so it looks like we're ready to go. Ok, ya está. Conéctalo bien, que esté bien. Sí. Tienes que chequearlo después del fusible, ¿viste? Pero lo veo como que muy suelto. Ok. Ya está. I got one. Drivers should make sure you check over your cars thoroughly to make sure you don't have anything hanging on the front that can trip the guard beam. So please check under, check your cars
3. Tower staff can get your car numbers, please. Windows up. Hey, leave the thing on. Leave the jump box on. What? Leave the jump box off. Put it on. Leave it on. Red light for roads. Put it on. No, what? Hey, préndelo. Déjala conectada.
Ray's family, I mentioned yesterday that every time I make it to the front, something happens. Here we are, first in line. And now they're having a issue with the tree, the drag racing start light. Guys, we're having all sorts of issues. An issue with either our alternator or our battery. It's non-stop. So let's see, guys. If we can make it past this round, I'll have more time to put a new battery in here. Maybe make some changes to my fuel lines. I'll have more time to really experiment. But I have to at least get past this round.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so it's on.
Do you want to leave it on?
Yeah, leave it on. I'm gonna race with it on.
You're gonna race with it on?
Yeah.
Fuck that about. What's happening? Your battery's fine or your alternator's fine?
I think the alternator is tripping out. What a shit show. God damn.
Thanks for a good story.
Yeah, right. If we could win.
Yeah.
I heard about the pump issue.
Now I'm having an alternator issue, a battery
Wasn't
issue,
even at the
a
start
every
line
issue.
and I got attacked, so, yeah, just chill. We'll do you right, I
All you can do is
promise.
give it everything you got.
Yeah, right. Guys, here we go. Guys, so many problems. Let's get this W, race fam. This will be a really nice story when we get past all this. Let's see what happens. Family, that's the worst showing I've ever had at any event, and we're 1,000 miles from home, 1,100 miles. The worst showing. So frustrating. Of my life. Okay, let me pull over to the car if I talk to you. Alright, I'm here. Alright, quick recap. I've gotten 5 runs the whole time I've been here. The first race, the first day. Car, little boost, 35 pound of boost, simple shit. The car got a 129 60 foot, banged and popped in first gear. I was running, like, the fuel gauge was low, but that's how I've ran for 2 years and I never had a problem. But I said, okay, maybe the gauge is reading a little different. Maybe I misjudged, it's got too little fuel. I put more fuel, I went up there again, same identical result. Banged and popped in first gear, it had nothing. I went 11s both times. Then I started going through the fuel system. I identified that the filters were pretty dirty from 2 years worth of use. I changed all the filters. Now I'm convinced problem solved. Like, okay, the filters are clean, I'm gonna be good. I go up there and it banged and popped with less power in like second and third gear, went in 840, minimal effort. So I came back and said, I'm changing the Weldon pump. I changed the Weldon pump. Larry's son helped me, and Insulina Racing's son helped me. We put they put the connector on, blah, blah, blah. I go up to the line. Now I'm thinking fuel filters are new, fuel pump is new, everything is good. So I cranked the power last night way up. I'm like, we're gonna run a good time. I'm up against like a 3,000 horsepower Viper. I do the burnout, I'm at the line, banging and popping. Right before the light comes down, the car turns off. The pump basically like lost power. So that connector, the connection points inside were barely making connection. Because when they first hooked it up, they said, okay, it's good, turn it on. The pump wasn't turning on. They had to play with it a little bit, and they got it to, I guess, engage, and it turned on and worked. But then, I guess when I was banging and popping on the 2-step, the car was shaking, that shit came loose. So this morning, I had Junior on the phone. He helped me identify that our Weldon voltage regulator wasn't sending proper voltage. So that was more than likely the root of all the fuel problems I've been having all week. So he has me like just hot wire it straight to the battery pretty much. Like just bypass the voltage regulator, just run it on kill the whole time. I'm like, okay, cool, we did that. Now I go up to the line, my freaking car is like dying. So either the alternator's bad or the battery's bad, something else is tripping out. So I connected a jump box and I'm like, I'm gonna race with the jump box. We connected the jump box and I banged and popped off the 2-step. We go to launch the car, again, banging and popping in first gear. And I got eliminated. So every single run there was a fuel issue, or an electrical issue, or a power issue. I didn't get one clean run. Sucks. Like now I thought, like I was already disappointed because we hadn't gone fast, and the class that I qualified for, I couldn't go faster than 8.0. And I was like, okay, well that kind of stinks, but at least I'll go rounds. Maybe I can get some practice with the transmission. I could win this class. And freaking, the second I came off the button, it banged and popped, and I had to let go. So I don't know. I have to just take. Yeah. Hey Gigi, Papa Supra broke. Huh? We can fix it with glue? Yun, Chiqui. I love you. Papá está un poquito sad. ¿Tú quieres que papá esté happy?
She said, let's go surprise him.
¿Tú quieres que papá esté happy? Like this? I love you. Say it's okay, papá.
It's okay, Papa.
You slow. Hey, you be nice. Alright, family, if this trailer showed up at your house, which car would you pick? If this trailer honked the air horn outside your house, give me your pick right here, right now. Jesus. That's beauty. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna make the best of our time here. Nothing we can do. Sorry I let you guys down, man. I always like coming out here and representing for the race family. And I don't know if you can hear me as I drive, there's a wind noise. I always like coming out here representing for the race family, but what a showing. What a tough time for me. But we're taking the car back in one piece. I'll take my time and make it right, and we'll come out and we'll keep competing. This is what we love. There'll be ups and there'll be downs, and I'm gonna show all of that to you guys. It is what it is. Look at these beautiful rigs. Let's go see the real street guys, see everyone that we know here, and hopefully we can lend a hand or a tool or a part to someone else in need, and we can make somebody's day a little better. Look at this bad boy. This GTR is fully carbon, guys. Look at this. Carbon everything. Here we got Real Street's white Supra, Gio Castillo's Supra. He's in the 2JZ class. We're gonna be cheering for him. Was the winner at Tx2k21. Larry was last year's winner, 2020 Tx2k winner. The winner of this race will go up against Buck, who just took out Titan Motorsports, the #1 qualifier at this event. This is the 2JZ class. Look at the crowd here, guys, on a Sunday. Wow. 660 to 679, nothing to be ashamed about. Incredible run for both cars, incredible run for Real Street Performance. Both cars are flying. Great job.
677, okay, his second quickest ever. 679.
Great run.
Wow.
Race family, what a treat, guys. I'm over here hanging out with that Racing Channel TRC. We just went for a ride along in this C8 Corvette. This is the brand new, latest model Corvette that's already been twin turboed by CCO Performance. And now we're gonna go for a ride along in this 900 wheel horsepower Porsche. All right.
With my boy,
Okay.
Baltic Supra again.
These seats are a little harder than others.
Baltic Supra TRC Adventures.
Now this is
back again.
Now this is my first time in a Porsche like this.
Bro, we're popping all your cherries today. First time in a C8.
It was.
First time in a Porsche.
Yep.
This is your first time in a Porsche,
In a
bro?
Porsche, yep.
Wow. All right. Well, this is gonna be a good one to pop the cherry.
I got you. Let's have fun. This is probably like 900 wheel horsepower or something? 1,000 wheel horsepower.
Wheel horsepower, Motec.
Wow.
You know, the PDK whole deal. So yeah, let's see what this thing's about, man.
Let's do it. I'll help you with that camera as well. Put my seatbelt.
Yes, let's get the seatbelts on here.
All right, race family. I'm gonna give you guys a quick behind the scenes. Everything else we had to see on TRC, baby. But this thing is. If the C8 impressed me, I can only imagine this toy. This makes significantly more power.
Yeah, man, this thing was wild. So
You've been in this car before?
We drove this thing last year.
Okay.
He told us, he threw us the keys and said, "Go launch it. I want your opinion." Right?
Yeah.
He knows I've been in a
He
lot
said,
of
"Go
cars.
launch
and all
it?"
that. Yeah, he said, "Go launch the piss out of it." We went to the back road. We launched it 5 times back to back. Didn't skip a beat. It's one of the hardest launching cars I felt, like, without a doubt.
Wow. What tires are on it? I didn't even look.
Just like Toyos or is it street tires? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, I think it's on 20s. It's definitely.
The stuff that comes out to Texas 2K, guys, it's wild. I think, who is it? I think it's Real Street that sells a shirt that says it's not fast enough for Texas 2K, and it's true. The stuff that comes out here is the best of the best.
1,000 horsepower doesn't cut it anymore.
I know. It's wild.
That's why this car, I don't think this car was like competitively racing. They had like 1,300 horsepower Porsche and then like their 2,000 horsepower GTRs.
Yep.
And this is just like, they drove the car here from
Right.
Atlanta, you know, so it's just like the 1,000 horsepower daily,
Wow.
which is mega awesome. Let me boost a little bit here.
Wow, that sounds neat.
I mean, just the sound of this thing. It's so dreamy, bro.
So these are 6 cylinders.
Yes.
Like a 3.8 liter or something like that,
I
probably.
think it's a 3.8. Yeah, we'll have to ask. I think these are. I don't think they stroke it. So it's oh, actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. This is a stock engine. The other one's, he took me for a ride the 1300 horsepower one. That has a built motor. So this is...
So I've heard people back here making rips. Look at the marks. This is wild. They were even racing like drums back here yesterday.
Yeah,
Those little bikes. All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna lose both these cameras.
So
let's see what happens.
So we got a 1,000 horsepower launch control. Ready for this, bro?
Yeah.
All right, let's see this.
Nice, dude. I should have been filming you instead of our reaction. You had to fight this thing to keep it straight.
Dog, this
It's got external wastegates.
This thing is fun.
It was pulling incredibly strong, but you can feel it's like sliding and gliding on the road.
Dog, this thing is fun.
It wakes up.
It's so much faster than it was before. I mean, I guess the Motec launch control, like the logic with the Motec, obviously, I'm sure is way better than
The rest will be on TRC, baby. Race family, guys, this is the Porsche we were going for a ride in like an hour or two ago, and I just remembered I had left my camera, this GoPro, I left it in the Porsche, and I came back and I found it, thank God. Could have forgot these guys would have drove away with all of our content that I have to upload to you guys. And briefly, I'm gonna introduce you guys to this race family right here. They just went by our pits, bought our t-shirts, we photographed with them, race family all the way. Guys, I left my camera in that Porsche. Race family! Later. Bye.
Thank you.
My pleasure, brother. Guys, the event's almost done. My beautiful wife is cooking a home-cooked meal in our motorhome. We're gonna eat. I haven't even asked, but typically tracks are okay with us spending the night after the event's over. I don't want to drive back to Florida now after a long day here. So we'll hang out now in our motorhome, we'll eat, we'll take a shower, we'll go to bed. First thing in the morning, we'll start our journey, our 20-hour drive back home. But we had an incredible time. I really hate that it was such a tough outing for us, man. The car just fought us every step of the way. But ultimately, I know I have a machine in my hands, man. That Supra is a beast. So I have to get it dialed in. I have to make some changes or get things back to how they were. The changes we're gonna make aren't even drastic, but I did get some new ideas, things that I want to improve on after this weekend. So you guys will be there for all of the race family. Thank you so much to everyone who came by and showed support, bought our merchandise. We had all of our shirts here on display in the front. Oh, this is a cool picture that was taken of the Supra during one of the runs. We had all the shirts here on display, guys. You can also find these shirts at BalticSuperRacing.com. You guys are the best, baby. Let's see what the girls are up to. I found it, baby! Yay! Two JZ finals, Larry, South Florida, taking home the W. On the parachutes, 197 mile an hour, 665. Buck also lifted early to 752 at 158. I know he lifted early, but he had an awesome weekend, made it to the finals. Larry, congratulations on the win. The 2JZ classes, straight killers. The best of the best. That was very fun to watch.